there, comic book people of the world. It is Wednesday. That means it's comic book day. Let me show you what I got this week. First up is Angel issue number 0 from Boom Studios. I'll be honest, I don't really like it when comic books start at issue number 0. It's one of those things that's a bit of a pet peeve of mine. I know it usually has some sort of prequel story to it where it's leading up to the beginning of the new series, but still something I've never really liked. However, this is pretty darn awesome because we get to see what's happening with Angel in this new revision of the Buffyverse, and it does start off very dark, which is something I'm actually appreciative of. Don't get used to any of the characters as being introduced. Amazing Spider-Man issue number 20, the Hunted storyline is continuing on. Kraven the Hunter and his son have been working with Arcade to try to do this whole scenario to capture Spider-Man and all of his villains so they can be hunted by rich socialites. This issue has been spotlighting more on the Vulture, which I will say is a really good issue. Uncanny X-Men issue number 17. Cyclops and Wolverine have been working together to try to reform the X-Men, being that most of them have been taken away to the Age of X-Men universe. This issue is spotlighting the death of the character known as Wolfsbane, which she died a very tragic death, unfortunately. But we also get a huge revelation with Cyclops at the end of this because they can't leave this off without having a huge cliffhanger. War of the Realms issue number 3. Malekith, who's part of the Thor comics, has done this huge invasion of Earth, where all of the other realms have fallen to him. But of course, Earth has Earth's heroes. This issue, we get to see a major badass Thor totally cut loose, and I absolutely loved it. The storyline itself is more like a meh kind of thing, but still, that in itself was awesome. Savage Avengers issue number 1. I never really thought about having Wolverine team up with the Punisher, Dr. Voodoo, and of course Conan. That is something I think is pretty awesome. Now, we also have Elektra that's going to be joining in the mix later on. And hells yeah, Venom. At least that's what it looks like according to the cover of this first issue. I'm not a fan of having Wolverine being put a part of every single team in the Marvel Universe, but this is one of those few exceptions that I'll be okay with. And this is really a great first issue. It grabs the reader's attention. Although be prepared for a lot of death to take place and a lot of blood, but then again, you probably already know that being that it's called Savage Avengers. Finally, let's talk about Young Justice issue number 5. We're finally starting to get a little bit of insight as to how Tim Drake can remember Connor Kent. Before this series started up, we left off with Tim Drake and Stephanie Brown leaving the Bat family to go to try and explore what had happened to their lost memories. And with the help of Zatanna, we finally get a little bit of an idea about what happened. Everything is not explained yet, but I am happy that the reader is finally given some information. I'm not a huge fan of this first storyline in Gem World, but I am happy with the idea of all of these characters being put back together, and you can really feel the love and friendship between them on the panels, with Bart just constantly reminding them about how happy he is that he's back with them. And anything to see Connor Kent and Tim Drake be together with Cassie Sandsmark, with Bart Allen is just epic in my opinion. Although I do want this storyline to wrap up at this point and go on to the next story to see what these guys are going to do when they return back to Earth. But that's it. That's my comic load for this week. What did you guys read? Leave comments down below and let me know. With that, thank you guys for watching me in this video. Be sure to check out my Patreon site, my channel, check out my social media sites, my websites, and everything else out there. Peace, love, namaste, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
I'm in love with a hero.
When Tim regains his memories from the previous universe, I absolutely loved it. The panel that was used for it is probably my favorite panel to be shown in comics for like a long ass time, and I'm really happy that this was put in there.